Colleen Wilson with the record.
Hi. I just wanted to go back to what Commissioner Helmy was discussing, the World Cup, just kind of get an overview of what kind of investments have been made at the Port Authority to prepare or what is being considered down the line that might be necessary to get path ready, get other facilities ready, the airports probably, to prepare for 2026.
Well, we'll be working with the host committee. I mean, that's the primary organization that is sponsoring the FIFA-related events. So that planning will go on between now and when the matches start.
And so you should know we have already cooperated. We're hanging banners out of the bus terminal. If you've seen them, there's great excitement in New York, New Jersey, and certainly in the Port Authority that FIFA's coming here, which was never would have been imagined 6 months ago. And we are all in. Whatever the host committee needs, whatever New York, New Jersey, the hosts need, we are all in.
And I guess, will the bus terminal be already in construction when that happens? Do you anticipate? Is that going to be an issue to kind of navigate?
Well, we want to start construction at the end of this year, the beginning of next year. 26 is the year of the games, but we're starting out with the support structures. So it really, in terms of what will be operating during the matches, will be the existing bus terminal.
Thanks, Colleen.
This question's Larry Higgs with New Jersey Advanced Media.
Thanks. This is a question regarding the bus terminal, specifically the $210 million for advanced engineering services. My first question is, why is the Port Authority proceeding with spending that money on advanced engineering services before getting the federal FONSI? And the second question is, I need a layperson's definition of engineering services. Are we talking about design, final engineering specs to bring this thing ready to bid, or something else?
Well, let's start with your first question, Larry. This is Rick. One of the principal operating commitments of the Port Authority is to get things done. So trying to do things always sequentially is not the perfect way to get things done. So at the beginning of a project, you have to move forward. The environmental impact statement process, the permitting process is a long process, and in the course of doing that, we spend money on planning, on preliminary designs, on preliminary engineering in order to get ready. But we obviously don't proceed with construction or anything that is not permitted under the regulatory processes. But you can't just stand still.
So what exactly is the $210 million buying? What is that paying for in layman's terms?
Yeah. What is $210 million?
Yeah, well, to the extent that you want to dive into the question of exactly what preliminary engineering, advanced engineering, I think what we would put you together with the leadership of the agency, of the part of the agency that is carrying that out.
Last question is Rai Rivard with Politico.
Oh, hello. Thanks for taking the questions. Congratulations to both of you, by the way. Two more things on the World Cup. One, Mr. Chairman, you mentioned some kind of special committee. Can you talk a little bit more about that? And then for both of you, can you talk about the kinds of things being considered or to consider? Things like revenue. We know each ticket is subsidized. Things about volume here, because this is a little different than a Super Bowl or a Taylor Swift concert, in that it's sustained. There's a group of fans that are sort of mingling around, not necessarily going to the event. Just things that are, different than other events that the region has dealt with in recent years. Thank you.
Yeah, so a couple things. So I'm a I love soccer, but I can't say I'm like Phil Murphy, who was just an absolute student of the game. But clearly, watching FIFA unfold for the last couple of decades, it is an absolute, like, the most watched. It makes the Super Bowl look like a flag football game. It's amazing, and their fans are international, and they come in droves, in millions. And the reason I said we were set up some type of committee because we've never dealt with this. I certainly haven't. So I think the Port Authority is willing with open arms to welcome and work with the host committee. And I just think we should have a working group of our employees to facilitate any requests and talk about projections in terms of traffic flow, in terms of requests, anything we can do to make this easier and to accommodate the host committee in New York and New Jersey with this. I think we should be all in, and we will be. And I will tell you, the Port Authority employees, they have a great fan base here. They're really excited. So you'll hear more about this committee in motion that Rick and I and the vice chair will set in motion sooner than later.
I'd also like to say, Mr. Chair, I'm shocked to hear that you are not a student of the beautiful game of soccer. I have to say I am a passionate soccer fan. I won't disclose which international club team I particularly follow, but we're all in, and I think the World Cup is really an extraordinary event, and we will be fully engaged with the host committee. New York and New Jersey will be working together in terms of being one of the best hosts, certainly for finals, which are extraordinary, but overall for the World Cup event itself.
So I saw a Red Bulls game in Harrison a few years ago with my son and his friend, and Messi was playing. So my son said to me, and he was in high school, "Dad, can you just get me a Messi jersey signed by Messi?" Do you know how expensive that is? No, and I actually, I've watched it, and I've been a football, baseball fan, but I will tell you, over the last few years, it is exciting. Soccer is really an exciting sport. Thrilled to have it here come in this area.
Well, we'll conduct a tutorial on the
I just wanted to add
offside rule.
that since we're on the eve of the Super Bowl, I don't want to undersell the Super Bowl, and Kansas City Chiefs are my guy.
Really? Fascinating. Vegas says otherwise by 1.5, but it is what it is. Tom?
That concludes the Q&A.
Great. Thanks
Thank
so
you,
much.
everyone.
Appreciate it. So who's your favorite team?